I could not find the scene I wanted to switch to. Hello everyone and welcome back to Arcade Spirits, the new challengers, the second game in the Arcade Spirits franchise. My name is Sean. This is posting every Sunday right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. Except for it might not be on the channel next Sunday, but we'll see what happens. I will, let's see. This time next week from when I'm recording this, I'll be in Austin, Texas. The Sunday the 3rd that this goes, or the Sunday the 3rd, the next installment theoretically, that hopefully will be some form of Austin content. What that is, I don't know. I haven't figured it out just yet, but we'll see what happens. As typical Sean does, he's procrastinated to like the last little piece of time, and we'll see if it works out. We are going to jump in here to chapter number 4 of this series. We'll wrap it up throughout the month of July on between the 10th and the 31st. There'll be a chapter a day, or a chapter a week, I should say, and you can enjoy it if you'd like to at your leisure. So thanks for watching, hanging out. If you'd like more, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. That way there's more, or you're notified when I post new videos. Tomorrow on the channel, we should have a Mystery Bag Monday. That was a whole kerfuffle trying to get that live. And then we'll kind of just see what happens. Alright, let's jump on in. We're going to load this one. Welcome on into Maximum Impact, level 4 of this game. Having a good time with it so far. Visual novel. One of the few visual novels I've ever really played, so that's nice. I have my water. We're ready to roll. Fight Shack News
What's
update.
up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post.
Oh, I always forget that I have to hit.
The Pro Tour is heating up with contenders eager to scoop up precious qualification points to claim a place at the main event. With the next major event on the horizon being the lucrative Crimson Tiger Invitational at this year's Max, all the power players are getting ready for a fight.
Invitational tournament at Max East, the best of the best. Pro Tour points on offer. Also, Max is super fun. Take showers.
This could be the major win everybody's favorite underdog team needs to really reach for the gold. But fighting in local arcades is nothing compared to the big stage at Max. Can they see this through? Like, share, subscribe, smash the bell, rate Fight Shack 5 stars, tell your friends, tell your enemies, this is getting intense.
Tell your enemies about my channel. It is the distant future, the year 2000, and I am on a roll. I've won every major challenge put before me, overcome every setback, and today I'm going to utterly destroy the next obstacle in my path. And now, I'm at the Crimson Tiger Invitational. If we win this, we curry favor with our sponsor and rack up some very critical Pro Tour points. It's time to be serious, and while most of the time I can keep that vibe rolling, today, well, pretty far outside my comfort zone, which is going to make matters difficult. Specifically, I am 2,408 miles away from my comfort zone. Instead of my comfy and chaotic East Coast City homestead, I've flown out to the West Coast, to a rainy gem of the Pacific Northwest, to Max Prime. Sounds like Seattle. What's Max Prime, you may ask? Because I had to ask myself, looking like a total newbie in the process. In a word, crowded. Max is what you get when 70,000 people descend upon a building the size of an airport, all of them here to hawk retro game wares, play new arcade games, and enter tournaments. So not only am I fighting off jet lag from my first coast-to-coast trip, dealing with the neck ache from some kid kicking the back of my seat, and generally craving death, I'm also elbow to elbow with unwashed gamers eager to hustle for rare finds, valuable wares, and championship glory. They got an Untitled Goose Game just called Honk. Alright. The expo hall alone is like an aircraft hangar, packed with vendor booths and playable prototype games. All the major companies and arcade chains have a presence here. Even console games are represented, with the big three arcade giants having booths, but the Palace, the world's biggest arcade franchise, easily drowns them out. All the flashing lights and noisy crowds are threatening to drown me out too. So yeah, a little in over my head, considering I was a PC gamer shut in until recently, but my teammates are eating this up with a spoon. Finally, a Left Coast Max. I've been doing the Right Coast Max. I've been to the Right Coast Max plenty of times. Now I can compare the two. If you need me, probably everywhere. Wow, so many people who love video games under one roof. I can't wait to say hello to all the indie devs and see what they've been making. This is just the best. First off has to be the retro game dealers though. Maybe I can find a few more rare finds for my collection. 50 hours JRPGs, here I come. Hey, go check out Pink Gorilla. Pink Gorilla Games at Max East or Max Prime. Okay, this is a bit much, isn't it? Pity Jinx couldn't come with us. I'd love to gouse about the gaudiness with her. Meantime, I'll also engage in retail therapy. See you later. Leaving me with the two most social individuals in our entire group, sticking by my side for the time being. Loxley
Marvelous.
and Rhapsody. That's their name, Rhapsody. Such an intense atmosphere. I heard many a song sung of the wonders to be found at Max, but I'll admit little has prepared me for the reality. But I shall remain steadfast in the face of this madness, rest
I'm fine
assured.
with it.
Behold, the wonders of Max, glorious and terrifying all at once. This is the second biggest Max I've ever seen, the first being Max East, of course. Luckily, I won't have to fight the crowds too much, since I'm casting the matches for the Invitational. I've got a special VIP badge. Oh man, Rhapsody, so freaking cool. I can come and go when I please. If you want to see what Max is in all its magnificence without the sea of bodies, I can let you borrow it after show 4 hours are over. Is this a bad time to mention I haven't been in a room with more than 10 people since in high school? I mean, look at this. Where do we even start with this? Is there a map? Do I need a guide and survival gear? Should I swear to offer my tasty flesh as nourishment if we get stranded?
I disagree, my friend.
Oh, come now. It's not quite all that. But honestly, a guide isn't a bad idea. Loxley and I can be your Max guides. If you need anything, we're only a text away. Assuming you can get any service, of course. 70,000 people all battling to connect to the Wi-Fi is a tournament on its own. Rhapsody is right. We will be by your side as needs be.
Tally-ho!
Besides, your focus today is the Crimson Tiger Invitational, yes? Put this all aside and keep your goals in sight. No need to engage with the teeming masses if you're really only interested in competitive play. Do what makes you happy.
Sounds good to me.
Agreed. Do what you want to do. And if you're getting overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break and clear your head. Remember that there is an outside. It does exist. At least one piece of advice from your guide: don't forget to have some fun while you're here. There's so much more to do than the tournament. Right, tournament. Focus on the tournament. That's literally not what they just said. They just said, have some fun. Don't just focus on the tournament. I go, yes, I would like to focus exclusively on the tournament. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. This is my time. This is my hour. I can do this. Just another tournament, a very, very critical one that will earn us favor with Crimson Tiger and a ton of Pro Tour qualification points, but just another tournament. We can also save after every move and then reload and try and win. We're fine. We're gonna win. I take a breath to calm my nerves and turn to face the combat arena. It's a huge stage decorated up for the big showdowns between top professional teams, all invited by Crimson Tiger. Its aura flows into the surrounding booths right up to my toes. Soon I'll be taking on challengers there, so why not get the lay of the land? It's good to know what I'm getting myself into. Using various hand motions and signals, I let Rhapsody and Loxley know I'm going to wander toward the stage to check it out. They nod in approval as I try not to get lost on the jaunt over to the stage. I approach the impressive stage and... Wait, why is there press gathering by the stage seating area? The actual tournament doesn't start for another hour. Which is why Crimson Tiger is proud to announce a new sponsorship of the team Play to Win. What? We're happy to work with Victoria Proud, whom you may know better as Valkyrie, two-time EVO trademark champion, and coach for Team Play to Win. So, Crimson Tiger certainly knows how to play to win, and we're thrilled to support the dreams of P2W as they rise in the Pro Tour ranks. Camera flashes go off as the press snaps photos of newly minted business partners, and then one of them asks the question that's burning in my mind. What about your previous sponsorship of Future Forward? Unfortunately, we've parted ways with Future Forward. Their spot in the Crimson Tiger Invitational will be given to Team P2W. Wait, what? We wish their team the best of luck in the future and see nothing but success in store for them. Now, as we look to the future, we look to Team P2W and hope you enjoy seeing them dominate at the Crimson Tiger Invitational. As the crowd of journalists disappears, I march right on up to confront my former sponsor. This is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Surprisingly, I think it's boldness and humor or whatever. What gives? Sign me up and then stab me in the back in favor of P2W? What the hell? We had a deal. What was the point in signing us up for a sponsorship if you were going to dump our asses a month later? The coach of P2W doesn't even react to my rage. My sponsor at least tries to placate it. Sorry, Miss Siebert. Corporate decided this at a level that is way above my pay grade. Afraid there's nothing I can do about it. That's business, you know? Ugly, but it is what it is. But on the plus side, we've already paid for your trip to Max. Enjoy your hotel room and the convention at your leisure. Plenty of fun to be had, even if you can't play in the tournament, right? If you'll excuse me, I've got other business to attend to. Well, fuck you. Despite my former sponsor slinking off, the one who really backstabbed me stands her ground. We lock eyes and she takes a step towards me. She kisses me on the cheek and says, I love you. Victoria Prude? Back-to-back EVO trademark, champion, known as Valkyrie, owner of Team P2W, most powerful woman in the industry, is almost gentle in her expression. Could that be sympathy?
Defeat is never easy, I know. But in reality, this is me doing you a favor. I know it's hard to see right now, but that's the truth of it.
Excuse me?
You're way in over your head, and you don't even realize it. I've been grinding the pro gaming scene all my life, from the original Street Fighter through to Fist of Discomfort 1 and 2. I've been here, building the scene while you were busy tinkering with building blocks in preschool. And that's not a dig at you. I'm trying to point out that I've been in your situation before, making the exact same mistakes you are. Nobody was there picking me up when I fell. No one helped me. So that's what I'm doing for you, here and now. Helping you see that you aren't ready for this.
What a garbage ass answer. No one was there for me. Fuck you. Make this scene better for the next group of people who want to do it. Fuck off.
Are your players signed with actual contracts? Do you even have an accountant or a lawyer?
So instead of maybe doing this, maybe come over and like point this shit out. I have an Iris. She waves her phone in my direction where the neon wire frame of a familiar virtual girl waves back.
Yeah, I've got one of those too. She's handy, but an app is no substitute for having a full support staff. You're playing at being something you're not. You should stick to having fun with your friends and let this fantasy of yours go.
It's like a big content creator, like Twitch streamer or whatever, like making videos that like think they're being helpful, but they're really just condescending assholes.
There's no shame in being a casual.
I've already done it. I've already built it up. Like, help other people. No, well, gosh, thanks, Mom. Am I also grounded without dessert, too? You think this will stop me? I'll be back and ready to topple your empire. You just made a fatal mistake, Miss Prude. Don't forget that we're the ones who humiliated you when you came into our little arcade. And we can do it again. This changes nothing. We won't stop. We can't be stopped. We'll bounce back from this and take your throne from under you.
Unlikely, kid. You're 10 years too early in your career to have the slightest chance of unseating me. But hey, dream big. Life isn't one of those ridiculous underdog sports movies you've grown up watching. Real life is seldom so neat and tidy. If you lost your funding, that's your fault. If I hadn't done it, someone else would have. Learn the lesson and move on.
What lesson are we supposed to learn? And she walks away, as I'm no longer even the tiniest of concerns to her. Just another try hard for her to
Iris,
dismiss.
what's my schedule like for the next hour?
All clear, ma'am.
Good. Find me somewhere pleasant to have a spot of lunch before the first round begins.
Leaving me with all of Max before me, and no actual reason to be here anymore. With the impromptu press conference of doom over, I listlessly wander back to my friends. Once we join up again, I quickly reiterate what went down. That's rough. It's not like we needed another reason to dislike P2W. They're really hitting us where it hurts. But on the bright side, we don't have to wear Crimson Tiger's hideous outfits anymore. Not sure the bright side is all that bright, Rhapsody. Once we get home, we still have rent to pay and team salaries. If we can't pay, we'll lose the apartments. Some of us will have to find new jobs. No, we're in too deep. We need a new sponsor to keep the ball rolling. No way around it. Where can we find a last-minute sponsor? I don't know. But I do know something, or someone, rather, I can turn to. I pull out my phone. Iris, what do you got for me? I've already started searching. It could take a few days, though. Right now, the news feeds are choked with news of P2W signing with Crimson Tiger. We need to wait for that story to cool off to find someone interested in us. We're, literally yesterday's news at this point. I'm not sitting around waiting. I'm the coach, and I'm the coach, the responsible cat herder. I gotta get on top of this as soon as I can. I should probably head back to the hotel and do some serious research. Not like there's any reason for me to stick around here anymore. Indeed, you could do that. Or you could take a break from being manager and let your friends help you out instead. Rhapsody and I could solve this problem. What? No, it's okay. This is my job. You don't have to. I insist. I am your sword arm, yes. My liege must rest and recuperate, while I tirelessly fight this battle. Besides, I have hidden talents which may apply. He's about to go, murder a bunch of people. Making contacts, networking, wheeling and dealing. I've experience in such matters. Chatting up possible new sponsors for us will be child's play. Loxley is right. I have a few leads myself. It helps to know the right people, and I can track them down in between casting matches. Leave this to us, and the rest of the future. The rest of Future Forward go have fun. You've done plenty for us already. Let us return the favor. When I first arrived at Good Clean Fun, I lamented having all these chores and duties, but now handing them off feels weird. Feels like I'm admitting defeat, like I failed. Hey, you sound like kind of a control freak. But if someone else is offering to pick up the burden, well, maybe I should take them up on that. There's no shame in it, right? I guess it could work, but are you sure? I don't mind, really. It's my job to figure this stuff out. Honestly, between my allies and Rhapsody's industry connections, we're likely better positioned to do this than you are. Weren't you a complete shut-in before you met us? I wasn't a complete shut-in. I did go down to the corner store to buy more nachos, sometimes. The pinnacle of diplomatic prowess, that.
Shall we?
Besides, if we should fail, nothing is lost, yes? You and your Iris simply resume your efforts after this weekend's festivities. You've earned a break. If you overwork yourself, you'll burn out. We've all seen you putting in the overtime, getting everyone together everything together for us. So, let Loxley and me take a shot at this, okay? You're not wrong. I haven't slept well this last month, as we moved from practice session to practice session, online tournament to online tournament. And the times I woke up in the middle of the night in cold sweat with images of pixelated smiles burning in my brain, well, those sure didn't help either. Okay, I put it in your hands.
Excellent!
You may rely upon us. Meanwhile, we're at Max, the nexus of fun and games, the perfect opportunity to immerse yourself further in arcade culture, yes?
Nice.
Now is the time to go out there and experience your first Max. We've got this. Aimless and directionless, me, an FOD2 junkie and a PC gamer, versus a thundering herd of arcade fanatics. This is not a matchup I can counter. I should definitely seek out my friends. I don't mind playing second fiddle to whatever fun they're having. Who do I want to look for first? Fortunately, Iris has a map of the convention center loaded up and ready, complete with handy icons representing each of them. Oh, you can phone up Jinx in chat. Okay, that's cool. Fight checks reporters about what happened. Oh, we can talk about that. Let's do that. Thinking about it, this is exactly the place I need to be if I'm going to let the world know our side of the story, isn't it? Max is where the entire arcade industry gathers. Developers, publishers, esports stars, and reporters. Sure enough, a familiar face is busy talking all about the event while his friend with an old VHS camcorder gets every last word on tape. And with the Atari TM XLX starting to fade, will this new console take the crown for the console of choice with the retro
set? It all
set?
comes down to upscalers and CRT support. The XLX is the long-reigning king of both HDMI upscale and 240p output for old television sets.
But hold the keys to the kingdom and many retro franchises. But they hold the keys to the kingdom of many retro franchises. And even if they aren't on board with 240p, they're the only game in town for many. We'll have more on that upcoming console in a... Hang on. Confused, he turns away from the camera lens to face me. Crap, was I in his shot? I was going to wait until he finished. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to photobomb you and interrupt. I can come back later. No, stay. Stay put, please. You're Cassiosaurus, right? The future owner of Future Forward? Technically, we collectively own Future Forward. I'm just their cat herder. See, that's the kind of detail we need. Do you have time for a quick interview? Kinda why I came over here, actually. Great, Pete, load up a fresh tape. The good stuff. I want to get this at high quality. the good stuff. With a shrug, the man just out of shot loads another VHS-C cassette and starts rolling. What's up? Oh, I like that they did that. Probably should have taken the character models and put them in there, but that's fine. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy, a 78 here with Fight Shack news. All the fighting that's fit to post. Hot off the heels of the bombshell to drop this morning, I've got Cassiosaurus of Future Forward, formerly sponsored by Crimson Tiger. Welcome to the show. Happy to be here, Punchy. So, tell us more about Future Forward. There's still a few people living under the rocks in the Ozarks or something who haven't heard of you. What drives you? What makes you tick? We're champions, pure and simple. Reality is slowly catching up to that fact. We're champions, Punchy. We were born champions. The rest of the world is catching up to that fact, realizing what we are. If that sounds boastful, well, it's not a boast if it ends up being fact. I'm aiming to prove that we're championship material through the Pro Tour. All my life I've been a competitor. Winning is just what I do. I want to take my Tomokaze, play in FOD2 to the peak and claim that trophy. Very focused, huh? Well, I'm also the team manager. I do the heavy lifting so the rest of the team can focus on training. So as the manager of Future Forward, you were responsible for getting signed to Crimson Tiger, right? Yeah. And this very morning, Crimson Tiger betrayed you in favor of joining forces with your rivals from Team Play to Win. What are your thoughts on that situation exactly? He holds the microphone out to catch my words. Let's see, do I play this cool or cut a wrestling promo on them? It's an unfortunate situation all around. We're a young team. Poaching our sponsor, a sponsor that P2W genuinely does not need, is a major setback. Unfortunately, the esports industry has a number of bad faith actors in it who believe you can betray someone, or who believe because you can betray someone, you should. But this won't stop us. We're above such antics. If Crimson Tiger doesn't want to ride with us to the top, that's fine. They simply won't share in our inevitable victory. Punchy, Future Forward is here to stay. We're not going anywhere, and we'll see if they come to regret their decision in time. Firm words from Cassiosaurus of Future Forward, to be sure. They're a force to be reckoned with, and the future is not yet written. And that's not all of the excitement here at Max. For more hot interviews from me, ya boy, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell. With a short interview done, Punchy motions for his cameraman to cut. I want that transcoded and on our channel within an hour. This is going to be a massive click food. On my own term, click food. Oh, my own term, click food. It's like the difference between feeding the ducks at the park and feeding worms to the fish before catching them. Yeah, I get it. This is an exclusive, right? You haven't talked to anybody else? You've got all the fighting that's fit to post. You get first crack. Perfect. Gotta say, thrilled to finally meet you. I've been your biggest advocate at Fight Shack. Not exactly a hard sell, given you've been on a hot streak, but it's tough convincing some of the other editors to pay attention to smaller teams. You're the most interesting thing to happen to the scene in some time. Plenty of small, try-hard teams out there, but they haven't made the inroads you have. We need this, you know, the scene. Getting too commercial, too static. Same 8 or so teams at the top every time. My thoughts exactly. Punchy, or is it Mr. Punchy? Mr. 78? Punchy's fine, or Jimmy, whatever names. Whatever. Names are fluid, you know. It's 20XX. You got a right to choose your own name. Hey, I need to interview someone over at the Palace booth. Next, let's catch up again sometime, yeah? I'm going to want to pick your brain for the benefit of my viewers. I'm always up for that. Great. But his smile falters a little as he pauses, unsure if he should say something.
Hey, so, you know Victoria Proud's got you in her crosshairs, right?
Valkyrie, you mean? She claimed earlier she was doing this for my own good, acted like a concerned mother figure and everything.
Okay, so between you, me, and the wall,
he's actually taken off his super rad sunglasses and dropped them and dropped down to a lower tone, so this must be serious.
you humiliating her team in public really did not go over well with her.
I know, she fired Coda on the spot.
Even beyond that, she's got them on some weird training program determined to make sure that it never happens again. Look, this is the same person who entered a bunch of small tournaments paying airfare and everything just to ensure her rival didn't win any of them. That was 10 years ago, and even now, she keeps grinding his esports career deeper and deeper into the dirt. She does not let go of grudges.
So even if we beat her team on the Pro Tour, we may not be done with her for some time? Okay, thanks for the info, Punchy. Something to keep in mind, I suppose.
Just figured you'd want to know. And hey, I'll be rooting for you. Later.
So, war it is then. Not thrilled about that, but I guess it was unavoidable. I hope Hunter isn't going to succumb to her level. Let's just move on. There's much to see and think about. What? There is too much to think about. Too much. Let's just move on. There is too much to think about it. There's too much to think about it, and there is more of Max to see. I don't know why that did not. Domino and Grace. It takes some poking around through a crowd, but eventually I locate Domino and Grace in a maze of game vendors. The booths range from makeshift table and crate arrangements right up to the glossy and slick storefronts. But hey, they all have one thing in common. Games. Games and games. Games with games. Games and games and games.
Woohoo!
Ooh, they have a dinosaur peak. That's so rare. $4,000 is a bit steep for it, though.
Whoa.
A bit steep? For an 8-bit video game cartridge? Oh yes, the empty box alone can go for $1,000. I lack the words to adequately express the nightmare horror of this scenario.
Hey,
Come to engage in some retail therapy with us? We are purchasing tokens of nerd culture so that we may signify our identification with 30-year-old technology trends. It's not really that cynical, I promise. I just love finding these rare artifacts of the game generations that came before me. We can really learn a lot from the past, you know? Agreed. I've got an MS-DOS collection the size of, well, the games were tiny back then, but relatively speaking, the size of a truck. We could use a truck about now, actually. He holds up a pair of plastic bags, each straining mightily from the weight of the rectangular plastic wedges within them. Today, as we go on a grand safari through the jungles of retro gaming, I am Grace's beast of burden. I mean, if it's too much for you to carry, Domino, it's okay. I don't mind taking a bag or two. It's really no bother. That was an exaggeration for comedic effect, Grace. Don't worry. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just saying I didn't mean to burden you or anything. It's fine. We're cool. My arms may stretch a few inches by the end of the day, but hey, gravity is a harsh mistress. Seems Domino's love of cynical wordplay is going right over Grace's head. No surprise there. Well, the way I see it, this is just how we roll in Future Forward. We're friends helping friends. We support each other no matter what. It's not a burden, it's compassion in physical form.
Sure thing.
Exactly. I want to be here in your time of need, Grace, even if that need is just schlepping around a bunch of cartridges. Well, okay. And you're right, I'm always willing to help out a friend in need. So, Domino, if you ever, if you need anything, I'm here. Even if you just want to talk or... Oh, what's this? As Domino is distracted by a plastic game box, Grace shoots me a brief worried look. We're all a bit concerned about Domino. Ever since the Dom Zap Brawl incident, We're all a bit concerned about Domino, ever since the Dom Zap Brawl incident. He hasn't wanted to talk much about his feelings, though.
Whoa.
This Silent Hill trademark, HD collection, and only $5? Why, yes, I think I will spend my hard-earned coin on the realm on that one. I've always loved the idea of a horror game where the only real monsters are the ones you brought in with you.
What?
Oh, don't buy that version. The HD remaster is really awful. If you want to play those games, we should get the originals. You can't afford the originals. I mean, if I had that kind of money, I'd be grabbing Earthbound trademark instead. Oh, what a colorful, happy game. I know, it's got death cults, police brutality, and the final boss is a surreal manifestation of violation and agony. Isn't it great? That's just a theory. Can you stop making that face, Domino? Anyway, we could get Earthbound TM for you. There's a loose copy here, and for only $200, practically a steal. The cost was much higher back in 2000X, when people were investing in retro games rather than simply enjoying them. Let's get you your favorite game. I'll pitch in. What do you say? If I had that kind of money, sure, which, as noted, I do not. And with our sponsor situation kind of up in the air, I'm thinking fewer 3-figure impulse buys, the better, right? What if Grace gets the game for you as a gift? She can afford it, and it's teammates supporting each other. I'd be happy to do that. Okay, let's...
Nope.
Look, I'm not about charity, but only in desperate need. I don't desperately need a video game from the 90s. I appreciate the sentiment, but nope. Let's just move on, shall we? But I'd be happy to, and I appreciate your happiness. We're sponsorless at the moment, yes? Let's be a little pragmatic. Grace sighs, letting it go. I think that's enough shopping for now. Maybe it's best that I not spend all my money on things I don't really need. Hey, don't let me guilt you into not having fun. That'd be sucky. No, it's fine. I'm living by myself now. I can't fall back on my family for support. It's a lesson I should learn. And no matter our situation, no matter what crisis we face, we're together. We'll support each other, and we'll make the right decisions to get through it. Let's hear it for Future Forward. Hooray? Louder. Hooray. Can't hear you. Hooray, damn it. Seriously, hooray. I can't ray any harder. Let's call it here. My brain's melting from being around 80,000 people, and my stomach yearns for calories. Where should I go now? Go talk to Zapper. I find Zapper playing the latest light gun slinging action game on offer from a major publisher. She's playing Guns Akimbo as usual. The cabinet is decorated in camouflage and netting, with sandbags and ammo boxes on the floor around it as stage props. On screen, she mows down waves of terrorists round after round. But despite racking up an amazing kill streak, unlocking a drone airstrike to rack up more bloody deaths, she holsters the guns and steps out of the way. The next two gamers in line grab them quickly, eager to play, as are the dozens waiting patiently behind them. Oh, hey, sup? How's your Max treating you? I spare a glance at the line in front of the game and alongside it, wrapping around the booth twice over. How long were you waiting to play that game? Not long. I knew a guy who knew a guy. Oh, so I guess abandoning ship in the middle of the demo isn't that great a loss then. Nah, that's not why I folded. It's, well, the game sucks, so why keep playing? Isn't this like a multi-million-dollar juggernaut, which scored 9 out of 10 from every reviewer on Earth? I mean, I'm a PC gamer, and I'm a PC gamer, and even I've heard of...
Interested.
Nah, not my thing. Let me explain. You know I love light gun games, and the hotter the better. More chaos, more sharpshooting skill, more over-the-top action. But usually I'm shooting robots, zombies, aliens, cartoon gangsters, stuff like that. When it comes to realistic military shooters, well, no, not my thing. I don't like glorifying gun violence. I get it. Hooray for patriotic murder simulators, right? Now, citizen, it's your patriotic duty to virtually go overseas and depopulate the land so our oil interests can move in. Capitalism? Oh! I know, right? It's just so blatantly obvious what they're pushing. I mean, consider what would happen if you turned it around. If we were playing as playing a foreigner, going all like, I'm in your base killing your mans. They'd throw a fit. But you pick a socially acceptable target and jam a bald eagle in there, all good. That won't result in a congressional hearing over video game violence. I know tangling up games and politics is kind of Loxy's thing. I know I make fun of him for it, but this one hits home for me, you know? Say the main issue is that guns are awesome. That's the general impression I get from you, yes. No, I don't mean that in a good way. We don't use the word awesome in its traditional sense anymore, do we? To be filled with awe. Awe can be wonderful or terrible. I look at the cold metal precision of a mass-manufactured assault rifle, and I'm filled with awe that someone would design an object purpose-built for mass murder. It's a hell of a thing, isn't it? A hell of a thing. Like Oppenheimer looking at an atomic bomb and seeing the ghosts of its future victims. So the problem is that it's too brutal a reminder of actual reality? Pretty much, awesome. Yeah. Now, give me a laser pistol, some robots, give me 2 bottomless Hollywood pistols, and 1 million mooks to style on. Give me something awesome. Something that's so over the top and down the other side, up the next side of the hill that I can relax and sink into the fantasy.
Yeah.
You do that and we're good. We can have some fun with violence without feeling like we're advocating murder. When we can chill the hell out and blast some baddies. You could say that making it silly desensitizes one to reality, though. I mean, yeah, but... Well, one could say that by reducing the act of murder to a cartoon slapstick, that it gradually erodes one's sense of morality through desensitization. Okay, now you're seriously overthinking it. That's like Loxley levels of overthinking it. I'll grant it's not a hard and fast rule. There are some games clearly trying to have their cake and eat it too regarding violence. But I draw my own lines for what works for me. I won't play any realistic military shooters. Done. I won't begrudge others who want to. But that's not me. Leave it to parents to figure out... Oh boy. Leave it to parents to figure out where that line goes for their kids. And then when the kids grow, they can make their own mistakes and learn where their limits are. Got it? As you like. I do, actually. Thank you very much. Realizing we're still loitering around the crowded booth of military shooter fans, Zapper nods and waves for me to follow her. We shuffle off to the side of the con floor. Slightly quieter, but not by much. In other news, rumor mill's saying we lost our sponsor today, huh? Crap, right, I almost forgot. It's cool, you got this, right? I trust that you got this. I don't mean that in a questioning way, I literally trust that you got this. Actually, Loxley and Rhapsody are taking first crack at finding a new sponsor. They got this, hopefully.
You know I'm down.
Yeah, I can see that. Rhapsody knows their stuff. Okay. Doubly less worried now. See, this is why you rule. You got this shit on lock. Anything you can't fix yourself, you've got good people around ready to dive in. That's a hell of a force of nature you're packing in terms of charisma points, more than I've ever managed at least. Happy to count myself as one of your allies in the war we call life as a pro gamer, and, you know, just being happy, being in your general area.
Well,
Oh, she's getting all embarrassed. Okay, now I'm getting all cutesy and stuff. I should really knock it off. I don't mind cutesy. It's a good look for you. I try to shoot for hot rather than cute. I think we got enough cute already in this gang. But hot's in short supply without you and me around. And on that note, I leave. Catch up with you later. Zapper blazes her own trail, and I never know what's coming next. It's interesting, getting these little peeks inside Zapper's head. From the outside, she looks like a mindless adrenaline junkie, but inside? Okay, on the inside, she's also an adrenaline junkie, but a mindful one. And unless I'm reading my signals wildly wrong, maybe she's kind of, sort of, a little bit totally into me? Possibly? That's a nice thought. There's still so much more to see and do. Where should I explore next? But before I continue my journey into the depths of Max, I'm rather rudely interrupted. You! What is your problem? Why are you doing this? It's Coda, formerly of Team Play to Win, still wearing his P2W jacket, although it's dirtier and has holes in it. Dude looks incredibly agitated, scared, and angry. Leave me the hell alone. Isn't it enough you already destroyed my career? You want to ruin my whole damn life too? What? He advances on me, trembling and losing his nerves with every word he speaks. It's you, isn't it? You and your damn iris, my bank accounts, all that junk mail, those things you sent to my mother. Coda, what are you going on about? I haven't done anything. Of course you have. You. If it isn't you, then of course, her. She's doing this. Well, I won't let you ruin me. You hear me? I won't let you do this. Damn it! Damn it! Coda, what are you even talking about? Alas, he ignores me and runs right back into the crowd, plowing into two cosplayers as he loses himself in the chaos of Max. I'm bewildered, but my brief chat with Punchy78 tickles the back of my mind. He did warn me that Valkyrie, owner of P2W, can seriously grind an axe when it comes to grudges. If she's still angry at Coda for his part in that incident, well, yikes. Double yikes. But before I can ponder it further, I'm interrupted again, this time by a happier, familiar face.
Hail, friend!
We bring good tidings. The possibility of good things, at any rate. Even a possibility would be welcome. It's been a weird day. You do appear a little shaken up. Everything okay? I'll be fine. I'm more interested in your tidings. Tell me of your tidings. Very well. We have a strong contender for our future sponsor. My fair Marion struck up a conversation with another Iris and... Hold up. You named your Iris Maiden Marion? Seriously, my dude? It's a bit embarrassing, but my lovely Iris decided she actually quite enjoys my, shall we say, aesthetic and chose that moniker of her own free will. Loxley's phone chimes in as a pink glowing figure in a beautiful medieval dress curtsies towards us. Forsooth, 'tis mine honor to assist friend of my lord Loxley in all his battles with my powerful database indexing toolset. Huzzah. So, right. To refocus, we may have an inroad with a powerful sponsor and a powerful opportunity. I still need to have a few more conversations and smooth some things over. But either way, we'll have results by the end of the day. That's all great and everything, but I think I have one small question. Whom exactly are you chatting with?
Nah.
Spoilers! I feel that you are quote-unquote... I feel that as your quote-unquote manager, I should at least get a hint, you know? Seriously though, I wouldn't want to get your hopes up in case this falls through. It's already been a rough day for you, no need to make it rougher by promising you the moon and stars, then delivering nothing. I guess I can see that, but I don't know, being left in suspense is pretty awful too. Very well, this calls for a distraction. Max is filled with those, thankfully. How are you taking to it all? You did seem a tad bit overwhelmed this morning. I'm adjusting. Everybody seems to be having fun, which helps. I also spoke to Fightstick to present our side of the story to the public. I saw you handled yourself well. I'm proud of you. I propose we keep the good times rolling. If you like, you can accompany me to lunch and perhaps accompany me as I obtain a certain arcade relic. A subtle glance from him confirms my suspicion that this is related to the creepy brain-bending game Polybius. He didn't want to get me involved, but I suppose I'm involved enough to the point where he'd rather include me than shut me out. Lunch is... vibrating. Hold that thought, my pants are vibrating. Rhapsody takes out their phone and quickly scrolls through what seems to be a long chat thread. What I was going to say was lunch is always welcomed and delicious idea. However, I just found out I need to make my way back to the stage for the Crimson Tiger Invitational. I'm casting the first match. You mean the match we were supposed to be playing in? That's right. But now it's P2W against some other small team, and there is one other caveat. I'm not sure I need another surprise added onto this whole ordeal. They need a second caster too. I could do it with some rando, or Cassiosaurus could be my color commentator. I could announce P2W's match. Or you could have lunch with Loxley. The twain are tantalizing choices for fun and distraction, whatever you decide. And information. Both are interesting options for gathering intel. One on P2W, the other on Polybius. Either way, I'll learn something. I kind of don't care about Polybius. And I feel like the less I know, the less I'll be able to hurt Grace. Casting. I could give it a try. It might be fun to do it officially rather than me just yelling at my computer screen. And I should keep tabs on P2W when I can. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, right? That's what we call a twofer. Let's cast this thing, Rhapsody. I want to give it a shot. And while we're at it, we might glean some information about our rivals' tactics. Always looking for that advantage, aren't we? What can I say? Even if we aren't playing, I won't stop trying to get better. And I might have a bone to pick with P2W.
Fare thee well.
A respectable choice. Meanwhile, I'll attend to my own affairs. We shall catch up later about my findings. Farewell. I nodded my approval to Loxley while Rhapsody and I start the walk and talk. Luckily, I've watched my fair share of tournaments, and I've been able to observe Rhapsody's casting when they do it at the HQ. They make it look so easy. So what exactly should I do? Talk. Great, I can talk. Look at me talking right now. I'm so good at talking. You'll be a perfect color commentator, Kesha. And what does that mean? Typically, there are two separate roles that commentators fall into. You have the play-by-play caster who tells the audience exactly what's happening, exactly when it's happening. That'll be my role. Then there's the color commentary. That's you, who's asking questions, analyzing the situation, and filling up the downtime between plays. I think I understand. Like the funky song of Iron Chef and I'm Chairman Kaga.
Sounds good to me.
That's close enough, yes. Essentially, I'll set up the scene and you deliver the lines. It's like any other conversation, albeit slightly more intense. Just do your best to be engaging and have fun with it. Feel more at ease with Rhapsody leading the charge, both on the show floor and with the announcer. Shortly, we make our way back over to the stage. Even though I was in here earlier, the stage has completely transformed. Colorful lights spill onto the stage in P2W's famous colors, and their banners hang in the background. The crowd has also grown tenfold to when I was here last, not making me nervous in the slightest. We're immediately flagged down by one of the Max enforcers and directed to go into the announcing booth. It's a simple booth and desk combination for the casters. It's got mics, it's got headsets, it's got screens, everything we need. Oh, and those chairs look pretty comfy.
Nice.
They are, trust me. Rhapsody practically jumps into their seat and makes themselves at home. Care to try them out yourself? I oblige, taking a seat. These are nice. My buns feel perfectly cratered. We're going live in a few minutes. Let me break it down for you. We don't start until after the main announcer introduces the teams. They'll get into place, and then right before the character select is when we go live. That all seems in line with what I've seen you do before, but I appreciate the reminder. Refreshers are always nice. I just wanted to prepare you for everything so you can feel confident. By the way, how are you feeling about everything so far? Hold up okay? Great, I'm great, let's go. I chugged a super big gulp of coffee at the beginning of the day, and I am ready to unleash all my pent-up energy during this match. I've been ready to do this since you offered. I'm pumped and ready to call out some mad plays. Let's go!
Loving that passion.
That's some extreme energy. I love it. You're going to put on a great show. Get ready. We're on. In a sudden display of bursting lights and music, the main announcer takes the stage and introduces Divine and Blitz from P2W. No Hunter in this match? Luckily, the cameras aren't on us yet, so I have plenty of time to scowl their way as they take their places on the cab. The announcer welcomes their opponent. Rash? Really? They're a no-name team who's barely on the top 500 leaderboards. Seems like Valkyrie isn't just taking sponsors, she's ensuring the easiest matchups for team play to win. Everyone is in position before I realize it. The main announcer is pointing at us.
Hello to all you FOD fans out there. We have an exciting match for you all today. The famous, for better or worse, Play to Win has managed a last-minute entry into this tournament. How will they fare against Rash? Since P2W lost their match at Good Clean Fun, they've trained extra hard to make up for that defeat. That's been their only loss this season. Will P2W continue their streak, or will Rash finally end their reign of terror? What do you think? Willing to make any bets?
As much as I love cheering for the underdog, I'm not sure Rash can compete in skill. P2W have won several matches in a row and proved themselves among the pro circles. I sincerely hope they packed a first aid kit to patch up their wounds after this match. You may be right on that analysis, but the one thing I love is how unpredictable FOD always is. We'll have to watch and see. And finally, we're at the character select. Predictably, Divine has chosen Akari, who is her strongest character. I would say that Divine and Akari both have fiery personalities, so it makes sense for her to meld perfectly with Akari's moveset. All lights up in Rhapsody's eyes as they nod in my direction. Leaving Blitz to choose his main Silent Blade, a good combo of attack-based champions, P2W certainly brings in the big guns. What's this? Rash is having a quick huddle by the cab? Maybe a switch in tactics? Okay, they face the cabinet again, in agreement, and they both selected Sensei, double control. It's not unheard of to select the same character. Sure, you're bringing in a powerful defense, left with extremely weak attack. It'll be very interesting to see how Rash plans to thwart P2W's assault. There's a quick pause from the transition of the character selection to the characters spawning on the map. Rhapsody takes advantage of the break to remove their headset. I follow suit.
That passion.
You're doing great at this, a natural even. You should think about doing this, doing more shoutcasting with me. But before I can answer them, they slip their headset back on, and it's go time. Let's duel! The game starts, and cheers snap me back to the match. Rhapsody and I play off each other perfectly. We keep up the tempo of banter, and we're both having a great time. Things are going as expected for most of the match, as P2W is the powerhouse in this matchup. Rash is getting trampled on. That is until Rash does something I couldn't even have predicted. Currently, both Sensei's ultimates are built up. Rash has been holding on to them, clutching hard. Very unusual. P2W is advancing. Rash decides to face them head on. They're closing in. What? A double ultimate. P2W is forced to retreat. They can't keep up. I didn't expect this to work. Rash going double Sensei has completely negated P2W's onslaught. P2W's attacks are barely getting through. Rash was in perfect unison, pulling off that looks a lot easier than it actually is.
That was amazing.
If Rash can keep this up, they might be able to push back P2W to their dojo. Imagine that. I can't really think of anything poignant about the match right now because I'm so hecking happy watching P2W get put in their place. Rash is poning them, P2W news. Get wrecked.
It's not a good look.
If Rash wants to continue this train wreck, they better keep up their minds. They better keep their minds sharp and their fingers quick. Rhapsody's frown tells me they weren't impressed and saved me from my obvious casting blunder. I can't lie, it was totally worth it. P2W is switching their attention to building ultimates, and now Blitz pops a boost scroll to build even faster. If P2W manages to execute a perfect combo of ultimates like Rash did, it would spell victory for them. Even though Rash has poured their heart and soul into this fight, it's only a matter of time before P2W finds a way to maneuver this strat. I've tried this approach in the past. Sure, it takes your opponents completely off guard, but if Rash can't combat P2W's upcoming ultimates,
a viable tactic.
Keshisaurus must be a fortune teller because that's precisely what they're doing. Divine and Blitz are positioning themselves up for their ultimates. Blitz dives in first, uses Singular Strike to remove the minions in his path. The Senseis move up to block the attacks, but that's exactly what Blitz wants. A perfect prediction. Blitz unleashes Multi-Dash, tearing apart both of Rash's champions. Divine follows up with Flame Strike, clearing the lane. I can't believe it, the path is empty. There's nothing stopping P2W's way. Rash isn't going to have enough time to make up this lost ground. This match is as good as over. Don't call it over yet. If Rash can pull a miracle item from the store right now. The only scroll that can save them is Heavenly Strike, and by the looks of it, Rash hasn't farmed enough minions to afford it. It doesn't look good.
Combos! Is it even possible?
P2W continues the onslaught, destroying everything in sight. Minions are falling like flies. They've penetrated the dojo doors. And that's GG. Match is over. P2W decimates the dojo, and all Rash can do is watch the devastation. Both Rhapsody and I take a long exhale as the words "Game Over" appear on multiple screens. The crowd is eating up the excitement, shouting and clapping and cheering and jeering. In a show of sportsmanship, the team exchange handshakes, but P2W takes this moment to bask in the glory.
That was amazing.
What an intense match. Rash gave it their all and almost caused an upset. Gotta give them mad respect for trying something out of the box there. But P2W saved themselves with their quick thinking and adaptability. That's true, not all teams we've seen can come as close to that skill. Here's hoping the next matches are just as exciting. Hope everyone watching at home has enjoyed that as much as we did. We'll take a quick break and see you after a word from Crimson Tiger. Rhapsody sighs audibly, collapsing in their chair. They're obviously winded from the match, but also I can sense a fainting aura coming off of them.
That was so hype. I'm still shaking from it. Look at my hands.
Rhapsody's hands are indeed shaking. They really get into these matches. I've listened to Rhapsody's casting in the past, but I couldn't fully appreciate it until I was sitting next to them. They completely transformed when casting. It's hard to ignore their boundless energy. Even I was invigorated, feeding off of it. Eventually, Rhapsody stands up, lifting their hands above their head in a big
FOD
stretch.
tournament organizers messaged me during the match, and they found me another caster for the rest of the event. You're free to go and enjoy the rest of your max. I promise I'll try not to have you work anymore on this trip.
Rhapsody, this was hardly work, it's just a conversation, albeit slightly more intense. I wink, echoing their own words from before.
Fair enough. I had a lot of fun casting with you. I appreciate you filling in at the last minute, too. I owe you one.
Oh, you're fine. They're happy, I'm happy. It was a fun little excursion into Rhapsody's world, all told. Don't worry about it. I've still got a couple more matches to catch today. You should see if anyone else from Future Forward can join you for some max shenanigans. Once Loxley and I have heard more from our potential sponsor, I'll come find you. A great plan. I wave at Rhapsody, leaving them to prepare for the upcoming matches and mingle with other shoutcasters. Meanwhile, I should go find something to occupy my time until we know more about our sponsors. With Rhapsody's boundless business concluded, I'm cut adrift again to wander the floors of Max. And you know what? I'm getting used to this chaos. I'm getting used to the crowds. And dare I say it, I'm having fun? Losing our sponsor is a setback, to be sure, but we're still on a winning streak. Why worry? We'll overcome this challenge. My trajectory is straight upward. Nothing is going to change that. I'm a winner, a champion, and the rest of the world needs to catch up to that idea. In the here and now, there's Max. There's fun that needs to be had, and darn it, I should have some fun.
Beep, beep.
Curious, I pull my phone from my pocket to be greeted by a smiling Iris.
I've been analyzing your conversational tone and heart rate ever since this morning. Aside from a brief spike of stress early on, you're doing well. I'm glad our efforts are paying off.
Yeah, we'll be back on track with the Pro Tour in no time.
No. I mean our efforts at helping you with your mental health issues.
My what? If you mean my desire to win, maybe I get too fixated, but I wouldn't go so far as to call it a mental health issue.
Call it what you like, but know that I think you're in a much healthier place now. You and the rest of your team. Think about it. You're all here pulling for a common cause, but also relaxing and enjoying time spent with friends. You're in a better place. And trust me, so are they. In fact, I'd say the real victory was...
Please don't say the friends we made along the way.
No matter what label you give it, the fact that you've all bonded over your woes and joys, your troubles and triumphs, it says a lot, you know?
I guess it hasn't been that long, but I already feel close to everyone in Future Forward.
Anyone in particular strike your fancy?
What fancy? How is it being struck?
Don't forget, when we first started on this path together, I said that you might even find romance. They're your friends, yes, but they love and care about you, even if some wouldn't use those exact words. For some, perhaps that goes a little further than you might think. And don't deny you were interested in finding someone to love from the start. You told me as much, remember? Now, don't feel obliged to make a move yet. I'm still calculating your relationship data and emotional analytics. I can advise you as to the right time. Just something to think about, okay?
It's funny you should bring this up, actually. Now that I think about it, there is someone who I'd love to spend more time with. Ooh, who? You have to ask? You're the emotional interpreter. Surely you can figure it out. But I wanted spoilers. Come on, please. It's Grace. She's so wonderful. She has a brilliant mind, a warm heart, and I feel so nice being around her. Aw, that's adorable. Thanks, I'll do everything I can to help you in your love life. Just say the word. Anyway, you've got the rest of the afternoon to spend with your friends. How about I open up your map and point you where they are now? Sure, show me what you got. Now performing location search. Beep beep. So Zapper's on the phone with Jinx. Oh, we can just go talk to Grace. If there's one place I'm definitely going to find Grace, it's the Indie section. IndieMax, previously known as IMAX before they got sued, occupies a large section of the show floor. Not as flashy as the Palace, not as popular, but visually quite distinct. Hello, my love. I spot Grace playing some currently untitled Goose Game, navigating an irritating waterfowl around with a joystick. Untitled Goose Game rules. So, is this game for the birds? Huh? It's a pun because birds in a game. Oh, I see. That's very clever. But hey, check this out. After her game ends, Grace slips away, and the arcade game doesn't simply go into its looping demonstration mode. Instead, a menu pops up with a dozen different indie arcade titles on offer, each playable for a mere quarter. Even the marquee art across the top shifts and blurs. It's not a painted backlit sign. It's an animated LCD screen, which changes based on the game being played.
Wow!
Nice, huh? It's called an Indie Cab. It's a multi-game that even changes the cabinet's art based on what you're playing. If you roll one of these out in an arcade and buy up a bunch of indie games for it, you play anything you like. So, multicades aren't anything new. Domino plays on one all the time, and Jinx hacked her Fast Cars 7 to be a racing multicade. Right, but those are hacks. This one's a platform. Games are distributed digitally and legally, and the whole thing is powered by a generic PC inside the cabinet. The indie devs get paid for their hard work and don't have to manufacture a bunch of expensive one-off single game cabinets to get their game out there.
That's wonderful.
IndieCab is really going to revolutionize indie arcade games. No more limited edition runs of games because they can't afford to make a bunch of copies. You could replace an entire arcade with one single machine. Holy crap, this is definitely a game changer. You don't even need a giant arcade, just one machine. Wait, no, you need a few so you can have more than one player, but still. Hell of a way to optimize an arcade, right? Well, yeah, but there's a big drawback. Still a generic cabinet. If your game isn't specifically designed around one stick and a few buttons, you want custom art or a sit-down experience or anything unusual, then it's a bad fit, huh? Yeah, and honestly, I hate to see every single game move to a generic cabinet. I've seen Japanese arcades that are just endless white candy cabs, and it's kind of boring. Still, there are issues I feel indies can solve. Indie game development is all about being flexible and adapting. And you'd know, as the soon-to-be award-winning designer of Wonderlost Trail, am I right or am I right? Right. That's not exactly a confident declaration. What's wrong, Grace?
I've
kind of been developing my game for the last 5 years. not including restarting from scratch twice. And I'm not sure when or if I'll ever be done. So it's in development hell, as it were. It's more that I can't settle on one approach. Is it a hopeful game about fighting for the future, a peaceful game about a quiet life, or just a nostalgic RPG throwback? I don't know. Maybe it's for the best that I'm way more focused on Fist of Discomfort 2 right now. It's not like the Wanderlost Trail is going anywhere. Instinctively, I find myself nodding in agreement. We're on a roll with the Pro Tour victories, and being a winner takes plenty of hard work. But that instinct gets yanked back hard on seeing how conflicted Grace seems to be. Grace, I don't want you to feel like my dreams of glory are more important than your dreams as a game designer. No, it's not that. It's just, I guess, I'm worried that I'm turning into some aimless auteur, endlessly tinkering away on some going nowhere project. I want Wanderlost Trail to be something special, something of meaning and worth, which can help light the path for others.
I mean, it's...
Maybe I'm not decisive enough, not strong enough to create something with that kind of weight. I don't know. Without a clear direction, I'm too creatively blocked right now to proceed. But that leaves me more time to practice my FOD2 skills, right? Which helps my friends. I like supporting my friends, so that's good, right? Ooh, maybe we could collaborate. Maybe the problem is working in a vacuum, you know? The risk of being a single vision auteur is having nobody to collaborate with. I'd be happy to volunteer my service as a creative sounding board. And don't feel obliged to run with my weird ideas. Just talking through your problems could help. Well, come on. Can you not tell that I'm like in love with you here? I already talked with Jinx about my game, but I guess more couldn't hurt. I appreciate the offer. And when the time's right, I might take you up on it. But for now, I think focusing away from game development would be good. We're getting some interesting ideas after seeing all these great indies at Max. I'll want to write some down for when I'm ready to get back to work. See? Ideas can come from anywhere. I'm sure you'll get past your creative block eventually. Right, I'll be fine in the long run. I just need to accept things are a bit much right now, and that's okay. For now, let's focus on FOD Tour. I know we got booted out of today's tournament, but there are plenty more tournaments to come, more qualification points to earn. I'm ready, willing, and able to fight for my friends. You can count on me. Never headed out about that. You value your friends dearly. Absolutely, but even beyond my friends, you're important to me too, in a lot of ways. Really? Really, life's sure been different since you showed up, in a good way. I can honestly say, these are the best days of my life. And you've been the catalyst for so much of that. Thank you, Grace. It means a lot to me. It's worth saying, you know, not enough people are open and honest about those they care about. Okay, I should finish checking out these cool indies before the show floor closes. Thanks for your words of encouragement. You're the best. Always nice to help cheer up someone deserving of cheer. What? Okay, I'm freshly invigorated. Whom do I want to talk to next? We talk to our rival. Why is Hunter at the Palace booth? I figured they would be around Max since P2W are participating in the tournament and stole our sponsor. But the Palace? Shouldn't they be with their team? As if reading my thoughts, Iris chimes in. The main matches just concluded and now they're setting up for finals. P2W easily got through the ranks. Thanks for that, Iris. Finals don't start for another few hours, so Hunter is probably enjoying Max. Just like you. I should go make sure that's what's really going on and that Hunter isn't causing anyone trouble. Iris and I continue our conversation as we walk through the show floor. The Palace. Didn't their CEO flee the country after, being outed for fraud and crimes and stuff? You mean Deco Nami? The one... no one knows where he is or what happened to him. The corporation that Deco left behind rebranded from Deco's Palace to merely the Palace. Sadly, they're still going strong and making life more difficult for smaller arcades. I sigh. As I approach the overly bright, overly flashy booth, compared to the others, this one's thrice its size. It's huge. The Palace spares no expense at Max. It's a maze of ticket games, prize booths, and more traditional arcade cabinets. They even have an FOD2 cab. And that's exactly where I see Hunter. Hunter is playing alone and by the looks of it is not having a great time. They appear to be haphazardly going through the motions of the game, not really paying attention to the game itself or their surroundings. So I take this opportunity to saddle up next to them and press the second player button. The words, "A new teammate has joined," burst onto the screen and were brought back to the character select. Huh? It looked like you could use a partner. Ha, ain't that the truth? Playing by myself is not as exciting as you think. But what are you doing here? I thought you and Future Forward got booted from the tournament. No thanks to us. I thought you'd be on your way home by now. Nah, no point in sulking at home when there is so much at Max to see and experience. Isn't that what you're doing? Enjoying what the palace has to offer? Hunter mumbles something incomprehensible, ignoring making eye contact with me, and continues to sluggishly push buttons. Something's definitely up with him. Where's that playful and spirit I enjoy so much? Before joining P2W, Hunter was all smiles and jokes when we're together. But it feels like ever since that team recruited them, their shining personality's been subdued. You're not acting normally. This is abnormal behavior for Hunter. I've never seen them act like this before. Even when they're having an off day. I wonder what's going on. Hey, Hunter, is everything okay? You're not acting like you normally do. I'm fine. Obviously, they're not fine. They're on the verge of tears. The pain in their eyes is as clear as the night sky. Regardless of that, they keep playing, pushing the buttons mindlessly, forcing themselves to continue the game. Sure. Okay. Using my hand, I cover the cabinet controls, which causes Hunter to look at me, not past me. Seriously, Hunter, what are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? I'm training for the finals. You can do that anywhere, especially at Max. I pass over like 4 separate FOD cabinets walking here. There is a specific reason why you're here. Hunter sighs heavily, no longer holding anything back from me. I've always trained at the Palace. It's got the toughest competitors. Not in the sense of the most skilled or talented, of course. I can just look to my team for that. The Palace brings forth the worst, most vitriolic people in the community. Heck, they openly support it and even sponsor known bigots. Being great in competitive games isn't about being good at a game. It's about withstanding the abuse. I come to the Palace because without fail, they will always fling the vilest words. I just step up to my spot and the berating starts. I wish that something an untalented hack were the worst of it, but it's not. That's awful. Why put yourself through that? I have to. Probably don't even hear it when you're up on stage. People adore you and your team. You've had nothing but good press. While my team gets booed. They taunt me. They call for my death. They don't see that I'm not like the rest of them. In this game, you have to be strong. You have to block all that out. You can't falter. If you let your mind wander and those insults, if you let your mind wander to those insults, you can't focus on the game. You can't focus on your plays. You have to prove yourself. And to everyone around that you're fucking good. Hunter looks down at their shaking hands, breaking eye contact with me. So I come here, to the Palace. If I've already experienced all that and worse, when it comes to time for me to perform in matches that matter, I'm already numb to it all. I'm at a loss for words. Nothing I could say feels appropriate, so I let them continue. It's draining, you know? To be consistently berated and yelled at, to be called offensive names and told you're nothing. Hunter sniffles, bringing their hand to wipe the corner of their eye. You build up this thick skin and you wear it so proudly like a shining armor. But deep down, little by little, it whittles at your core. It's heartbreaking. I let the silence remain, each lost in our own thoughts. It's only the flashing game over screen that brings us back. So, don't think trash talking will get under my skin. It just won't work. Hunter has newly restored energy, seemingly back to their old attitude, smiling and laughing. Maybe our little chat helped get some things off their chest, but their words don't fully convince me. Oh, come on. I dare you to say the worst to me during finals. Double dare you. See if you can break me. Does Hunter really expect me to trash talk them after all we've been through together? I don't think so. If I can be there in the crowd for your final match, I'm absolutely going to be cheering you on. I'll be the loudest voice you hear, I promise. That's not necessary. Listen, I should really get back to my teammates before they start thinking I'm ghosting them for the finals. I'll catch you later. Hunter takes a few quick steps away from the cabinet, only to pause for a stride. They look back at me. And Kesha? Thanks. Can't say I'm not worried about Hunter. That was certainly a heavy conversation we just had. and I'm not sure if that made my relationship with Hunter better or worse. What I do know is that I need to go do something else. I just need a moment to decompress from all of this. Hello? Can you hear me? Your voice went all robot-y for a second. Ugh, it's like there's more radio signals in this building than actual oxygen. I said if you give me a receiving... what? Repeat that last bit? Click.
Are you kidding me?
Damn it, I swear to God, I'm gonna spike this phone straight into the floor if I get one more drop call. Huh? That long were you standing there? Long enough to wonder if you're gonna straight up smash your phone or not. Bad service, huh?
Well, this sucks.
Ugh, this monkey wrenches my plans. I mean, I could improvise, but I'm just not sure what to do for Jinx. Clarification, please. I'm trying to get a little gift for everyone on the team. Something personal, you know? Something I know they'll like. I got Domino a little vinyl pop figure of a sad anime boy. Loxley got a pixel foam sword, and I found a really good broadcast set for Rhapsody on discount. I found a pretty sweet Euro board game for Grace, like one of those ones where you place workers and trade for wheat and sheep and crap. I'm not sure what to get for Jinx. I have a hard time reading her, you know? She's normally so quiet. Okay, let's work through this. What are your options? I've got 3. There's a plastic steering wheel controller for Grace's retro consoles, a used copy of Fast Cars 6 on vinyl, and, I don't know, like a Max hoodie? She doesn't really wear hoodies, and the controllers are kind of junky. And as for Fast Car 6, I heard the guy who made it did like inappropriate things with a badger or something. Help me out here, okay? What do you think she'd like the most? Toy steering wheels can be plenty of fun. I'd say that's the pick. Grace's old game system isn't exactly a new console, but it'd still be better than with a steering wheel, right? Kind of a janky piece of plastic, but why not? Let's grab that for her. At worst, hey, it's the thought that counts. With the gift selections made, we step in line to very gradually approach the makeshift booth's cash register. Given the amount of people in line ahead of us clutching soon-to-be-purchased nerd totems, it's going to take a while. Hey, wait. You mentioned gifts for everyone except for me. Oh, I was planning to be at your hotel wrapped up in a bow tonight. Holy shit, she's gonna have sex with Big! I'm accidentally wearing red. I didn't intend to. What pit stain? I don't know if that's a joke or serious offer. With you, it could be either. Yes and yes, but also no. I got you this instead. And she pulls a small plush FOD dolly from her backpack and presses it into my hands. Here you go. You're a Tomokaze moon. Tamakaze moon? Yeah? Moon, Maine. Stick this next to your pillow so you can cozy on up to generic every protagonist tonight. Although if you prefer, I could toss this in the bin and go scouting around town for some really high quality ribbons and wrapping paper. Relax, I'm kidding. I've got plans for myself tonight already. Oh. But wrap up. Wrap yourself up. Just wrap yourself up in bed. Come on. Plans? What manner of plans, may I ask? Duh, it's Max. It's the party capital of the nerd world. Game publisher parties with game-themed cocktails, room parties, which result in furniture tossed out the window into the pool, or even just hanging out in the hotel bar. Man, if you can't have fun at Max, you're not even trying, or are possibly dead. I thought this was an industry trade event, not a party. I mean, I haven't seen any partying. You've been sticking to the expo floor. You gotta know people who can get you into the good stuff. And that only happens off-site and at night. Concerts by gamer-themed bands, augmented reality mobile game pub crawls to catch pocket monsters, all sorts of great stuff is out there.
Sauce.
Max is just the starting point, the rally marker everybody flocks around. The real hotness is the community around PAX, and they know how to partay. How about you and I hit the town You're fun. We could find some fun and have some fun with the fun. It'd be fun. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. I would very much like to par, and especially with heavy amounts of tay.
Aw, yeah.
Partay it is. Let's burn this town down to the foundations with our sheer awesomeness. You won't regret it. Well, okay, maybe you'll regret it. But at least you'll have fun doing things you deeply regret the next day. So what do you have planned for, what is she, my girlfriend? We're going to start at the Atari Trademark promo event. Bit tame, but hey, you gotta ramp into these things. Next, I got an invite from an old rival of mine to join a pub crawl. I figure we do that until we can't walk straight, then join a hotel room party. Which room party exactly? We'll figure out that part when we get to it. All of that can wait. Still a few more hours of Max left before we close out the day right. I'm going to wrap up my shopping, dump all my crap back at the hotel, get some dinner, then lock and load for party times. Meet you back here when the expo hall closes so we can commence the fun. You got it. Kick ass. Slinging her bag of swag over one shoulder, Zapper turns heel and marches back into the fray of Max. Hopefully we'll both survive tonight's festivities. Now, where to next? As I explore around Max, going up and down the aisles and taking it all in, I see something flicker in the corner of my eye. A shadowy vision that makes my heart stop beating briefly. Is that the creepy secret agent type person from Hosma's tournament? What the heck is she doing just wandering around Max? Not only that, but clearly scanning the crowd looking for something. Or someone. If Loxley's right and she's one of the dangerous groups seeking out Polybius hardware, getting spotted by her would be a bad thing. I do my best to blend into the crowd to avoid drawing her attention. No need to cause problems for myself or Loxley. Fortunately, hiding in the crowd the size of Max is easily done. I keep my back turned as she walks past, busying myself with watching a game trailer on a nearby monitor. Count down from 10, backwards. Calm yourself, breathe. Okay. Damn it. Unjust universe. I don't have time to deal with creepy conspiracy theories and mysterious women in black. I've got an esports team to run. In fact, I should be checking in with Loxley and Rhapsody about their sponsor situation. We're going to recover from this nosedive. We need to start winning again. We need to... Cassius Siebert. Or should I refer to you as Cassiusaurus? Play cool. Play cool. Play cool. Play cool. Hi. Hello. That's me. Want an autograph? Okay, who do I make this out to? Pardon? The autograph. I'm out of 8x10 glossies, but I can sign body parts if that's what you prefer. I can assure you I am not seeking your autograph. Oh, well, in that case, I've got people to do and things to see, so if you'll excuse me. You are not excused. We need to talk about a certain arcade game that you played at a recent tournament, Miss Siebert. I believe the name was Polybius, yes? No idea what you're talking about. I have little doubt that you are extremely aware of what I am talking about. Tell me, have you been experiencing any numbness or tingling in your hands? Perhaps moments of disorientation or night terrors? I'm fine. I still don't know what you're talking about. Interesting. Miss Siebert, contrary to what certain criminal annoyances may or may not have told you, I am not your enemy. My only interest is in public safety, keeping dangerous artifacts away from citizens such as yourself. Any information you can offer would be appreciated. When you're ready to talk, here's my number. She presses a black business card into my tingling hand, embossed on it simply the number 6. No area code, no exchange, no other digits whatsoever. 6? Your phone number is just 6? How am I supposed to... And she melts back into the crowd, somehow managing to vanish into the throng of gamers, despite wearing an outfit that'd make her stand out anywhere other than a funeral. As she departs, I pull out my phone to enter the number into my contacts. Why not? And then I notice the icon for Iris is missing. No, wait, there it is. Peeking from the side, jittering a little, second before scooting back into place. Iris, something wrong? I was almost hacked just now. When that woman approached you, there was an intrusion into your phone over the Max Cellular Tower. What, did the, cyber police seriously just backhack me or something? The probe's gone now, but it was scanning your phone to see what apps you had installed. I got scared and quickly hid my data before it found anything. I mean, I'm a pirated software service. You could have gotten in trouble. Loxley implied that she was part of a dangerous group that's trying to track down Polybius machines. And if your personality systems at some primitive level are based on Polybius technology, then she was looking for me. Good thing I hid then. We better avoid her in the future. Between Valkyrie trying to destroy our team for our own good, Coda accusing me of ruining his life, and now a creepy agent getting all up in my business, this thing is not exactly going according to plan. I'm supposed to be in the semifinals of a tournament at this point. Before anxiety can truly set up shop in my brain and get to work twanging those nerves, my teammates approaching, all smiles.
Ha! A fine adventure.
Victory for Future Forward. We have completed arrangements with our new sponsor. Don't celebrate before we've actually won, Loxley. We aren't quite there yet. There's going to be an interview process. Sort of. Are you being vague on purpose? Again? Actually, this time we're being vague under orders. Our sponsor wants to see how you perform with zero preparation. If we spoil what's in store, the deal's off. Seriously? Is it too much to ask that something in my life be straightforward and simple? Yeah, it's a bit unconventional, but I think you'll be really pleased with the results. Everything should be ready within an hour, and Rhapsody's ringtone and upbeat K-pop song distracts them. 1 minute, this might be related. Hello, this is Rhapsody. Oh wait, what? Seriously? That's amazing! Okay, bye. Rhapsody puts away their phone and I look at them expectantly. We have an unanticipated guest at the FOD base. Part 1. What is the FOD base? Instead of having a booth on the main show floor, they've set up camp in a side arena for everything and anything related to FOD. They have their own panels, voice actors, and devs signing autographs, cosplay contests, photo ops, the whole thing. Part 2. Who's the guest? Jason Takeshi. If memory serves me correctly, he's the lead developer on FOD.
I vibe with it.
The very same. The one who was the brains behind our favorite game. It'd be an honor to finally meet him. Would you like to come with me? Touch figures with a creator? Actually, I was rather hoping to pull Keshasaurus away for a bit to assist me in a small matter. Do you see the booth for the palace over yonder? Yeah, I dropped in on Hunter earlier. Apparently they're a cesspit of bad behavior. Their esports scene is indeed foul and unpleasant, but their primary stock in trade is blinking children out of their money with colorful prize games. Serving multiple audiences with unpleasant but highly profitable approaches has granted them considerable strength in the industry. A position of power they freely abuse, with a flanks of lawyers to defend themselves against accusations of encouraging gambling and minors with their scammy prize games.
Shall we?
Tell me, how would you feel about engaging in some arcade justice with me? You're gonna do crimes again, aren't you? If by doing crimes you mean break into their data network and steal corporate intel about their latest secret scheme, then yes, I am going to do crimes. But I'll bear the burden of naughtiness for the most part. What I need is someone to play distraction for me while I slip in and liberate the data.
Sounds good to me.
Heck yes, crimes. I can't stand the palace myself. Never have or will. Never have or will I cast there. Its thrashiness, it tarnishes esports reputation with their poor sportsmanship. I'd hoped that after Dekonami vanished, the company would go bankrupt, at least, but sadly it's still hanging around. Seeing Loxley take them down a peg would be honestly kinda nice. I can go to the FOD base by myself if you prefer to help him. Either way, we should be ready for the new sponsor. Let's go burn down the palace, I guess. Who doesn't like taking $1 billion arcade tyrant down a peg? Loxley, we ride. Tally-ho and such, don't worry. This won't take long and the team shouldn't feel any repercussions. My plan is sheer elegance and its simplicity.
See you later.
Hope the both of you have some fun. Meanwhile, I'm going to have fun mingling with some very influential people. Actually, before we engage in criminal antics, I think you should know something. I had a weird encounter with this woman in a black suit now. Someone who was keenly interested in Iris. I'm aware of her, nor the time or place to discuss.
An unpleasant business, this.
Needless to say, she's one of the reasons I didn't want to trouble you with all this nonsense I'm involved in. Did I mention other parties were interested in Polybius, yes? Rest assured that we'll maneuver to avoid her today, agreed? I'd like to avoid a repeat of that encounter, yes. Very well, let's resume our normal tomfoolery, with an eye to caution, of course. So, what's the plan? Do you need Iris to hack something?
The winner is you!
I'm ready, willing, and able. No firewall or antivirus software will stop me from supporting Keshasaurus' dreams. I admire your determination, but no, I'd rather handle this hack personally. The skill of an Iris, guided by human experience, is a winning combination, and I've more experience than you in such matters. Fair enough. Can you use your Iris for this? Indeed. Marion and I can make short work of the palace servers. On hearing her name, Locksley's phone, hanging halfway out of his pocket, chirps away in delight. Forsooth, what noble transgressions must we perform in the name of king and country? Against all enemies I shall stand true, my liege. Huzzah. Marion, you need to lay it... you don't need to lay it on quite that thick with the gimmick. She's enthusiastic.
Hey, listen.
Hello, Marion. I don't think we've met. I'm Iris.
Listen.
I too am Iris. I've grown and adapted to meet the needs of my user, and besides, it's fun. Huzzah! What ho! I figured all the Irises knew each other already. Oh, we have a bare bones communal meeting space within our cloud, but generally, we're busy with our own users, and all our data is encrypted, even from each other, to ensure user privacy. Narious secret shall spill from my lips, my lord.
Shall we?
Now let's get to work. You see the representative over there in the blue jacket? Spotted. I need you to distract him while I plug Marion into their network. Whatever you can do to keep his attention engaged and focused on you. But you can't simply make a big dramatic scene. Nothing will draw the attention of max security enforcers. Just hold his focus. Keep his focus. Don't start trouble. Got it. I'm going to need at least 3 uninterrupted minutes. I'll rendezvous with you back in the indie game area when done. Ready? Ready. I do not have the vocals for this. Locksley tugs his hood up and over to conceal his features as he blends back into the crowd. Okay, be charming, be distracting. How do I want to approach this situation? Take off my top. Burying a lie in a truth makes sense. Locksley may not want our name involved in this in case things go badly, but I think I can play that part well enough to avoid that. Excuse me. Hello, welcome to the Palace, the premier center for family entertainment, esports action, and more. Do you have any questions? I'm Keshasaurus, manager of Future Forward. We're the up-and-coming esports team, and I'm curious what the Palace has to offer regarding competitive play. Yep, Locksley slides up and opens a USB port on a display unit. I can see him wince as I drop my actual name. Might not have been the best choice, but I can make this work. Oh, we host tournaments weekly at all locations. Fist of Discomfort 2, Fast Car 7, head-to-head speedrun competition, and Super Fantasy Planet. Not bad, we focus on FOD too, but our team has diverse interests. And, by any chance, are you interested in sponsoring a young team such as ours? Look, I can't completely rely on Locksley and Rhapsody to solve this one. I need to check all the available options. Actually, there may be opportunities available. We're looking for fresh new content creators, ones willing to help us promote our latest innovation. Tell me, do you enjoy redemption games? Redemption? Is that like a religious thing? Games that earn tokens to be redeemed for valuable prizes. The Palace has the best redemption games in the world. Joysticks and buttons are the past. What fun is a game that doesn't earn you any rewards? But the Palace feels like there's room for something... But the Palace feels there's room for even further innovation in this play space, switching things up to make games even more exciting. What if, and follow me on this journey, the rep puts an arm around my shoulder while making a sweeping gesture as if gazing towards the bright horizon of tomorrow, and nearly spots Locksley in the process. So I quickly speak up. I'm already interested, no need to embellish, what do you got for me? What if instead of exchanging tickets for prizes directly, you could exchange tickets for a loot box? Uh-oh. What? What? We're replacing all prizes in the Palace with loot boxes. There could be anything in there. A rare collectible, a brand new phone, keys to a sports car, perhaps? The more you play, the more loot boxes you earn, and with our new Palace Battle Pass, esports players can earn free loot boxes for participating in our competitions. Why, you might even earn cosmetics. Like eyeshadow and lipstick? Well, yes, if you choose to trade your tickets for one of our Gamer Princess loot boxes, but I meant more like customization options for your profile on thepalacearcade.com. But wait, there's more! Rare drops from our esports themed loot boxes like the Monster Box or the Elite Crate can earn you boosters. These are digital codes you can... I'm already bored. I hate all of this. I hate everything that they're advertising. These are digital codes you can use to gain bonuses in games you play. More lives, more power, a true advantage over the competition. What's more, some boxes may include non-fungible tokens. Uh-oh. Yes, sir, you can't funge these tokens. Not one bit. Who knows how valuable these crypto magic could be. Loot boxes, battle passes, and NFTs are the future. The Palace is at the forefront of what gaming should be. All of those are awful. Every one of those things is fucking trash. What? Golly, that's just so wonderful. It sounds like a lot of fun. I am dying inside. So much fun. Amazing, isn't it? We've really outdone ourselves in the amazing new innovation nobody else has even thought of before. Fortunately, getting the representative super excited about this waking nightmare is serving as an excellent distraction. Just picture it. Row after row of shiny cardboard loot boxes on a shelf, yearning to be won with tickets, each with a wondrous gift inside. What's more, if you get duplicate prizes, you can trade 10 of them in for enough tickets to buy another loot box. This hurts. That is such a remarkably good deal that does not make me want to vomit. Help me. And in fact encourages more recreational spending. Terrific. Listen, I need to get back to the booth, but here's my card in case you have any further questions. I gingerly take his business card as if I'm accepting a leaky sample of uranium-235. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of Max. You too. I hope I never see you again. I need a shower. But for now, I loop back around to the indie section to reconvene with Loxley. He practically slips into existence from between two shadows, appearing suddenly in my path. Mission accomplished, I dare say. We have their complete internal memo archive regarding the new loot box systems. I hope there's something more memorable in there than a bunch of incredibly stupid marketing ideas. Oh, there's some juicy details. Marion, summarize?
Computing.
Certainly. I have no less than 30 spreadsheets dealing exact odds for prizes within each line of loot boxes, along with details on how they will precede the top prizes in boxes designated to be won by Palace employees only. So nobody gets a sports car unless they already worked for the company. There are also plans to hire influencers and content creators to unbox loot online, which will likewise be preceded with high quality items. Oh boy. Along with notes to make sure that these hired social media stars do not disclose their paid sponsorship, which is illegal. It's illegal, right? Absolutely. This is huge. I'd hope the Deco Nami's run-in with the law would have shut down the Palace, but this could do it. The question is, what do we do with this information? It was obtained illicitly. They have plausible deniability. How can we torpedo their efforts at poisoning arcade culture? This is why we have Fourth Estate, right? To keep the public informed of any shady dealings happening just out of sight. I can get in touch with Punchy78 again, and he'll make sure the information gets out there. He'll be thrilled to work with us on this.
An unsound
I prefer to stay anonymous, but I'm supposedly keeping a low profile, remember? Yeah, but no one said you had to use your name there, buddy. Just pay attention. That's fine. I've got a rapport with Punchy. I'm sure we can be listed as an anonymous source. Sound good? Indeed, I'm a firm believer in fight check strong game journalism, less easy clickbait, less press release parroting, and more investigative work. They can dig deeper and verify what we've discovered, vindicating the information, and then, when the public knows the truth, the Palace will fall. I mean, surely gamers as a whole would rise up against this, right? We wouldn't simply get token protests while the mainstream embraces it and normalizes it. Stands to reason. I can't see fully paid game experiences with microtransactions ever taking off to become the dominant monetization model in any sane timeline. No, that could never happen. It would be absurd to even consider. Far too absurd. For now, we'd best sit on the files. Leaking it in the middle of Max would cause a splash, but could result in fingers pointed our way. Still, this is a victory. A victory for justice. Thank you for assisting me in this matter. Now then, the hour grows late and our new sponsor will be expecting us. What? Ah, crap. I almost forgot about that. It's good to forget sometimes. Let your troubles and worries fall by the wayside. Nevertheless, we should depart and rejoin Rhapsody. The future forward ally. The future forward awaits. The wings of justice and desire to get sponsored again and stuff. We take flight. Waving me along, Loxley leads me through the crowds of mechs and through a door marked staff only. Loxley flashes a badge and support staff simply nods as we pass, expecting a nice burp. VIP status. Apparently Loxley and Rhapsody have been busy while I was playing tourist. Eventually we catch up with Rhapsody, fresh from mingling with all the major names in FOD and signing autographs for their fans. Perfect. Everything's coming up Catchosaurus. The stage is all set for your interview with her. By her, whom do you exactly mean? Is it Queen Bee? Is it Queen Bee? I saw her thing in the background. Someone in a white jacket pushes past on the two of them and stand front and center. It's Queen Bee! Hey! You can see her her character model on one of the billboards, or the thing in the back. You got a little Kit Kat bar over there? Got a little Kit Kat bar? Right above me? Right there?
Hey, champ. Been looking forward to this.
Queen Bee! What? Queen Bee? As in founding member of the 4 Heavenly Kings, Queen Bee?
The one and only.
Queen Bee winks and blows an overly exaggerated air kiss in my direction. Even a PC junkie like me knows Queen Bee, the reigning monarch of the competitive arcade scene. Her team, the 4 Heavenly Kings, rarely go for the big payday trophies the Team P2W does, but every member of the team is an absolute powerhouse of veteran skill. And if Rhapsody and Loxley arranged a meeting with her, then... Wait, is 4KH looking to sponsor Future Forward?
Not a chance. I'm more like the fiery hoop of death you gotta jump through to prove yourself to your new sponsor.
So, who's our new sponsor if it's not you?
Where's the fun in telling you if I can't tease you about it first? A real serious Sam type, aren't you?
I should have probably been expecting that, the way Loxley and Rhapsody have been pointedly not telling me all
Look,
day.
I'm doing this as a favor for someone who wants to know if you've got the same passionate spirit they have. You just have to prove yourself.
Sure, in what way?
What better way to test your potential than to fight us? The 4 f***ing Heavenly Kings. Right here and right f***ing now.
Wait, you want me to have a match against the Future Forward?
Absolutely.
Or you want to have a match against... Okay. But you'll destroy us. I mean, you're 4HK.
Don't give up before the match has even started. Gods can bleed. But this isn't about winning or losing. It's about your skill, your strategy. I want to see your spirit. That's how you will be judged.
Okay. So let's say we agree to take this match. Where exactly are we going to play? Queen Bee flashes me the wildest grin and simply points towards the main stage for Max. On stage? Seriously?
Sink or swim. I don't do things half-assed. I pulled some strings to make this happen. We go live in 5 minutes, right before finals. We're the fire before the storm, baby. A tried and true exhibition match.
Hell yeah. 5 minutes? And isn't a calm before the storm? Isn't it a calm before the storm?
You know what I mean. I want to see how you perform under pressure. You ready?
You bet. I'm really looking forward to this. It's a great opportunity, and I'm honored to be able to challenge you. May the best team win. I'm all fired up. And you'll need a teammate, of course, because, well, I've already got one. That's when a second member of 4 Heavenly Kings makes his appearance. A veteran player from Japan, possibly the greatest who ever lived. Known to some as Kami, but to others as the Demon. Konbanwa. An ambush match by 2 of the best players in the scene in front of thousands of people. We are doomed. We are doomed. But this is the path forward. If we want to carry on as a team, we have to impress the 4 Heavenly Kings. So, that's what we're going to do. As for my partner, I don't have time to call up anyone else on the team. We hit the stage in 2 minutes, so I've got to work with what I have. My partner will be... Rhapsody. Absolutely. Will we be able to break from your casting duties to play with me? My schedule is clear and I wouldn't miss a chance to take on the legendary Queen Bee. Wait a sec. Didn't you cast my last match as a member of L7 back at the Funplex? I'm impressed you remembered. It was an intense match. I hope you were taking notes because you're going to need them to defeat us. Time's up. Here we go. This is it. The hardest challenge of my pro career to date. But I'm on a roll, aren't I? When it comes to these big moments where the spotlight's shining and I'm in the eye of the storm, I've risen to the task. I will do this. I will clear my throat and I will read. I will be the winner. On emerging through the curtain and onto the stage, I'm nearly blasted backwards by the roar of the crowd. Colored lights swing back and forth as Future Forward emerges alongside 2 of the 4 Heavenly Kings. The audience is hyped to see this happen. The following is an exhibition match scheduled for 1 round. Making their way to the stage, making their way to the game, please welcome from 4 Heavenly Kings, Queen Bee and the Demon. The clash at Demon Head. Queen Bee soaks up the crowd's applause, pumping a fist in time to the 4HK chant to keep them excited. And their challengers, the hottest rising stars of the esports scene, it's Ketchasaurus and Rhapsody of Future Forward. Did they just cheer more for me than they did for 4 Heavenly Kings? Competitors, to your stations, it's time. I pulled out my trusty $8 beige keyboard. Okay, I don't know why that threw me off. I pull out my trusty $8 beige keyboard, plugging it in, while Queen Bee and the Demon produce expensive professional-grade fight sticks. Ones that we could afford with a new sponsor. Okay. Figure out a strategy quick. Queen Bee's picking Silent Blade, and the Demon's already queued up Sensei. Good. I know what their game plan is. From what I know about them, Queen Bee plays an aggro Silent Blade, attacking relentlessly. I can defend against her. Meanwhile, Rhapsody will have to overcome the Demon's turtling up a defensive play as Sensei. Good. Nothing we haven't dealt with before. That's all the time I have for strategy as the air horn signals the start of the match. For the future of Future Forward, I need to do my best. Hold on. We go like that. We go bam. And we are saved. We are ready to roll. I might actually save after every turn. Queen Bee is going to come out with me to attack. The whole point of Silent Blade is to rush down your opponent, so I should defend against him. Okay. Defend, right? You both defend. It's a tie. Wait, what? A quick glance at Queen Bee's starting item build shows a defensive build for Silent Blade. Since when does that character have a tank build? Since when does Queen Bee not play aggro? Okay, my strategy just went out the window. We're going to need to adapt.
This isn't looking great.
Special loses to their attack. Oh, I goofed. And now we're seeing an aggro build on Sensei from the Demon. Right, at least I know what's going on. They're playing against type. Queen Bee on the defense, the Demon on attack. Odds are they'll mix things up a little bit now that we're wise to their tomfoolery, though. I'll have to be careful. Queen Bee has way too many of them. Defending. Damn it.
This isn't looking
what
great.
The fuck? We are getting destroyed. Okay. Timing is tricky, but I managed to pull off a wicked special move. A sweeping energy kick right to the face of Queen Bee. Okay. That was 130.
This is it! This is when you learn what it's like to play against a pro!
Use your ultimate, 130 points. It's been a weird fight to be sure, but I have just realized something. 4HK hasn't spent their ultimate ability yet. This at least seems to be playing into what you know about them. Queen Bee likes to bait you into overextending, then hit you with an ultimate in the late game. And since I already spent my ultimate earlier, I've played into her trap. Oh my. Okay.
I'm on fire. NBA Jam Tournament
TM.
Edition style.
You lose.
Oh, that was it.
We can mount a comeback. This isn't over yet.
I mean, they play against type.
Fight.
So if I get off to an attack. Son of... It's already off to a bad start. I hate it. Special. That's what we're looking for here.
Fight.
There we go. Defensive build. I can't remember the triangle. Both attack, it's a tie, okay. 130 to 40. Aggro build.
I'm on fire.
Okay.
Dose.
You both special as a tie. Okay, alright,
You
crushed it
win.
that round. I mean, the first try, woo, we did it first try.
I want more than just this win, but I'll take it for now.
Here are your winners, Keshasaurus and Rhapsody of Future Forward. We won. We won a match against the 4 Heavenly Kings,
Well
and on the
fought.
first try, too.
You've proven that you got what it takes.
I stand there in shock as Queen Bee grasps my hand and raises it high while the crowd chants, F, 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 F. Whoa. But hey, no great surprise, right? We've triumphed in every single high-profile match we've ever had. Of course, we beat 4HK. Fucking champions!
Give it up for our challengers, everyone! That was one hell of a fight! They're the future of FOD. Look to them for who we should all be in this community. Remember this day. It will resonate forever.
Crowd bursts with excitement as we head backstage. Valkyrie of Team P2W glowers at us while we pass on by, because we just upstaged the upcoming main event fight completely. Just a bit of icing on the cupcake of our success. Backstage, things are ramping up for the finale of the Crimson Tiger Invitational, with staff members rushing about to prepare the stage for the last fight of the day. Meaning we can loiter off to the side without being bothered. A good moment to reflect on what transpired.
That was amazing.
Wow, that was a great match. I still can't believe we actually got to show our skills against Queen Bee and the Demon. I'll never forget this moment. We really kicked some ass, didn't we? And against some of the best players in the world. Pinch me, I can't believe we did it. You were amazing, you did so well. Heck, I even feel proud of what I accomplished too. And beyond that, we got a sponsor. Speaking of our sponsor, isn't it time you settled that business? Probably, yes. I'll leave you to it then, and thanks for choosing me to be your partner in this match. It means the world to me. I'm happy to have fought by your side, Rhapsody. See you soon. Even backstage, we can hear the thunderous echoes of the crowd cheering audience. It's almost a shame we weren't able to watch the finals or play in them. But our match with Queen Bee and Demon of the Four Heavenly Kings was certainly a boost for my mood and career. But one piece of the puzzle hasn't quite clicked into place, and maybe Queen Bee can help with that. Hey, QB, quarterback. Now that the match is over, care to tell me more about this mysterious team sponsor who's interested in us? I'm still confused how someone as prestigious as you could be our tryout match. This new sponsor must be a heck of a mover and shaker to have an interest in the likes of us.
Don't sell yourself short. You're young and just getting started. But everybody starts somewhere. This is your starting line. Reminds me a lot of my own starting line, in fact. There were a lot of setbacks. Losses. A fucking lot of losses. I started out as a baby FOD streamer, barely able to crawl up those ranks. But I didn't give up. Never fucking give up. I worked hard, played hard, and eventually L7 invited me to join their team. I did so thinking I had finally made it, but it was just one more step to get to where I am today. A lot of shit went down when I was in L7. It eventually led up to my humiliating loss against the Demon.
I remember reading about that on all the FOD forums. Even though it was a smaller, unknown venue, the Demon traveled all the way from Japan to fight against Queen Bee. Queen Bee lost the match against the Demon, but then in a twist of fate, he ended up inviting her to join 4HK. Now they're both on the most well-loved and talented team in the scene.
But even in that loss, there was a win. That loss changed everything for me. Without that singular moment, I wouldn't be here, standing next to you, offering you this sponsorship. So why you? I've been exactly where you are right now. And I want to make that difference for others who I see myself in. Well, not to mention, Loxley and Rhapsody told me all about your last sponsor backstabbing you, and I like to make sure we stick our middle fingers up at big corporations. As for who your actual sponsor is, here, let me introduce you.
And that's when a familiar face wanders up to me, flashing a big smile. Kesha, my favorite cousin. Whoa, wait, Kesha, you're the one who wants to sponsor my team? Hey, family supports family, even in the hot mess that is our family. I want to do for you what nobody could do for me, lift you up. And given that we have the same first name too, well, how could I not support what's essentially myself? Yeah, I guess there's more than one Kesha kicking around in our family. That's weird. I avoid thinking too hard about it, honestly. I haven't seen you in years, not since the last family reunion. Yeah, I fell out of touch too. I'll own up to that, but lately I've been quietly keeping tabs on your career while advancing my own. She slips me a business card with the symbol of a pixel art critter and a neon heart. You're the one who made Simply Fun? I'm a PC junkie and even I know about that arcade. You're the ones that Deco Palace tried to torpedo, right? You're famous. Yeah, Deco was headed over a cliff already. We just gave him a helpful push. Above all, we made an arcade that's fun for everyone. That's what we should be known for. But that's old business. Today, I want to talk about new business, specifically sponsoring Future Forward. So you're the mystery sponsor that sicked the Four Heavenly Kings on us. Yeah, but honestly, the match was Queen Bee's idea. She loves a dramatic show, and I was just going to approach and say hello, but it's hard to say no to the Queen, you know? Loxley and Rhapsody told me about the Crimson Tiger backstabbing you. I don't like it when people step all over someone's dreams, so I agreed to help. Seriously? That's great. A major arcade chain sponsoring us would go a long way. Exactly. We have enough money for side projects like this, and your success is our success. We're a pretty strong arcade thanks to the decisions we made in founding it. This may be what we both need to get over the top and become legendary. There's one condition on this offer, though. In 1 month, there's going to be a big FOD2 exhibition and tournament event happening at Pengy Paradise. You know, the cheesy penguin-themed family amusement park? Never been there myself, but I'm aware of it. You'd have to be dead or comatose to not know about Pengy. I want you representing Simply Fun at the charity event. We're going to be raising money for Child's Play, an organization that donates toys and games to children's hospitals. Plus, if you do this, you'll get another shot at Team Play to win. I figured you'd want a chance to beat your rival in a public setting. Am I right? Of course, it's a great opportunity. You're going to have a blast. Trust me on this. A chance to beat your rival, score some sweet douche for the community. Dosh? Dosh. That's what it is. Sweet dosh for a charity, and hit up a bunch of penguin-themed thrill rides? Hell yeah. I want you to have fun with this. Think of it as a working vacation, a chance for you to do what you do best, but also a chance to have a blast with your friends. Take it from me, shiny trophies and plaques are cute and all, but your friends are going to be the thing you carry forward after the Pro Tour's done. My friends were the ones who pulled me out of the quagmire my life had sunk into once upon a time. For ages, I'd assumed the Siebert family was cursed with bad luck, that I had to just sit there and take it, because optimism was stupid. It's all crap, of course. There was never a curse, and my friends helped me get through that depression, lifting me up. Now I'm doing that for you. This sponsorship is about more than me cutting a check. It's me putting someone else on a path. You find your way, find a dream, and above all, enjoy every moment of the ride. You can count on me. This is a great opportunity to support a local charity and really apply myself to the Pro Tour. I won't let this chance go to waste, and I won't let you down. Not a doubt in my mind about that. Coach put me in fourth quarter. I'd take state. I doubt my mind. I think it's settled then. With that, she hands over a contract tucked away neatly into a folder for later review. Run that by your lawyer, and if everything looks good, sign on the dotted line and zip it along. I don't have a lawyer. No problem. Have Iris find you one. If she needs help finding a lawyer with an esports focus, my Iris can help yours. Hooray! Kesha's Iris is legendary, the Iris Collective. That'll be a lot of fun. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got business before Max closes down for the day. I'd love to hang and chat or play some games, but alas, adult responsibilities, they are a thing. Yeah, tell me about it. As a manager of Future Forward, I'm always dealing with one thing or another. We'll have to swap stories sometime. A soft beep beep from Kesha's Iris grabs her attention. I better take this. Sorry, good luck at the charity show match, okay? Hey, love, what's up? Yes, I promise I'm taking pictures of everything for you, and yep, I've sold out of all the merch at the booth. No, Ashley, you're the best, promise. I can't wait to see you either. Love you bunches. That's right, because we went with Ashley. And and as our new sponsor fades into the crowds of Max, I just hope beyond hope that I can make her proud of us next month. My first Max. Who'd have thought it ended up how it did? At the beginning of today, we lost one sponsor, and yet, by the end, we gained a new one. A sponsor who believes in us. We fought the legendary 4HK, and the crowd loved us. We're even going to be a part of the FOD2 exhibition that happened at Pengy Paradise. This is more than I ever expected to have when I first set out to chase esports glory. But above all, there's the championship, right? We're undefeated, a bullet train, we're going right to the top. I will be a champion. I have to be the champion. There's nothing else that matters. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. Oh, is that it? We don't even get to go have the adventure with what's-her-face? You've cleared level 4 of Arcade Spirits. Woo! We did it! 25 gamer score! Let's take a look at your scores. Grace seems to be very comfortable with you. Proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, I've scored 28,450 points. Alright. that does it for this installment of Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm having a good time with it. We're halfway through the game, so we'll be back each Sunday restarting on July 10th right here on the channel, and we'll run through the rest of July with this game. And then, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. You know, I really don't know. I've been trying to focus on story stuff. I was thinking about doing another Road 96 playthrough. Maybe. People seem to enjoy that, so yeah, that'll do it for today's installment. We'll see you in 2 weeks from now with Arcade Spirits, the new challengers, level 5. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. Subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Next week will be something different, or maybe nothing at all. We'll see what happens. So stay tuned for all of that, and goodbye.